When I came to uni, there was loads of new experiences and particularly the level of independence that I'd never had before. There's so many expectations of you to meet new people and make new friends. I was going out, socializing, I was drinking, and actually at the time this was brilliant. I was having a whale of a time. I remember kind of slipping a little bit into this party culture, experimenting with different things and some things that I probably wouldn't have thought I would have done. But I woke up one morning thinking, this is not how I thought it would feel like. I remember feeling empty, lost, without purpose, and it wasn't really what I expected at all. I remember coming along to church on a Sunday because one of my family friends had invited me to Gas Street. I kind of felt like a bit of an imposter. I really wrestled and struggled with this, and it really felt quite uncomfortable and confusing. If I have to be honest, I really didn't want to go on the student weekend away. And again, even the first day at the student weekend away, I kind of had those similar feelings of a little bit of emptiness. And actually it was on the second day where I remember I suddenly just felt this overwhelming sense of the Spirit like I'd never had before. I remember being in uncontrollable floods of tears. But actually I've never encountered God like that. I knew that I had to or wanted to do something different. I wanted to live differently. The thing that I felt most in that moment was the love of God just pouring over me, despite anything that I'd ever done, that I was actually a son of God, and that there was just this overwhelming sense of forgiveness. And there was nothing that I could actually do that would take that away. I remember coming to church each week and actually in that moment feeling really challenged and convicted and motivated to kind of give some of this stuff up and actually choose Jesus over those kind of things. But nearly immediately the next day, as I kind of dropped myself back into uni life, it would almost feel like an instant where I got it wrong again. And this cycle was just repeating itself. And it was draining. It was emotionally draining for me. Yeah, I ended up joining Gas Street St. Luke's kids team, and it was really fun. It was exciting. And actually having that level of responsibility was also really helpful for me. It kind of plunged me deeper into my relationship with Jesus, and actually being able to share that with some of the kids was transformational. Even having walked with Jesus for a bit of time now, there were so many other things that I would turn to for comfort, that I would rely on and depend on and turn to for strength in moments of weakness. It was in my third year, my final year of university, and I was at another student gathering on a Tuesday. Again, I really significantly encountered Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and it was this point where he freed me from a lot of the stuff I'd been wrestling with and engaging with and actually had been dependent on. It wasn't an overnight transformation for me. As I leaned into him and as I kind of surrendered that to him, I'm a completely different person from who I was. I'm just so grateful for the community that has been at Gas Street. For my friends that I've made, for the people, for the older, more mature people that have journeyed alongside me, for the groups I've been a part of, for the groups I've led. And I'm actually working at a youth charity in Erdington called Urban Devotion Birmingham, who exists to see the transformation of communities one life at a time. And it's so exciting to be part of that and actually get to see young people come to know Jesus themselves. Yeah, Jesus is everything to me. He gives me purpose, he gives me relationship, he gives me intimacy. He has done so much in me over the last 4 years that I can't even really describe. He's brought peace to my life, he's brought purpose, he's brought joy. The biggest difference that Jesus had made in my life is actually, I now know that what anyone else thinks of me is secondary to what he thinks of me, and actually that I can surrender everything to him, that I can trust him. He is my Father, and I am his son.